Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to yet another live bootcamp by L'Oréal Professionnel. We always want to make our client happy, make our client look beautiful. Today, due to pandemic, the frequency of our client walking into our salon and the time that they spend with us is reducing. And we at Salon are looking out for offering something more within the time that the client is ready to spend now with us. And we wonder what. Today, I and my team are here with one such color service introduced by L'Oréal Professionnel, which will help you to offer something more within the time that the client is now ready to spend for a root touch-up, and also help you earn more. This color surface is going to help you stand out and also reinforce on our professional edge. I hope you all are excited. If yes, then please share us a thumbs up in the chat box below. I would request all of you to use this chat box to share all your valuable feedback and comments, most especially your questions. We here will try our level best to answer all your questions during the session. Thank you for joining us. I am Santhosh Raghunath, Assistant Manager, Education, L'Oréal Professionnel. So before I introduce you all to this new color service by L'Oréal Professionnel, let's take a step back and revisit on one most important factor, and that is hygiene and safety. Today, it is very, very important that we create a clean and safe environment for our team and for our client. So it is very, very important that we take care of this hygiene and safety measures, 7 steps of hygiene and safety measures at our salon every single day. So as you see on your screen, these are the 7 important steps of hygiene and safety that you will have to take care. The first one being the welcome window. That's the main entrance or the main door of our salon. Ensure that the door and the handles are being sanitized minimum twice a day. The moment client enters the salon, she is going to face the reception. So ensure the team at the reception is wearing a gloves and a mask and then communicating with the client. Never forget to check the body temperature of your client before taking them for the service. Now it's the time for the service provider to escort the client for a diagnosis. Ensure that the service provider is sanitizing his or her hands and also ensures that the table and chair are sanitized before and after diagnosis. So once the diagnosis is completed, it's now time to take the client to the back bar for a hair wash. Ensure that the back wash and the chair is completely sanitized before and after use. Now it's time for the service. Before starting the service, please ensure that the tools, equipment, and the chair is completely sanitized before, again, after use as well. So once the service is offered, now during the service, we would have suggested product for the client to take care of her hair health condition. So it's important. So now it's time that the client is going to go purchase the product. So ensure that the retail counter and the products in the retail counter is completely sanitized minimum twice a day. Last and final is the checkout area where the client is now ready to pay. Try and promote more digital payment methods and avoid most cash handlings during the day. So I would request all of you to ensure these 7 steps of hygiene and safety is taken care at your salon every single day. So I know you guys are all excited to know what is that new service that we were talking about all this while. So let's not wait further. Let's go and know what is that new service. As I already told you guys, because of this pandemic, clients have already started coloring their hair at home with all DIY colors available in the market today. So how is it affecting us at the salon and for us as hairdressers? It is reducing the frequency of client visiting the salon, and we are losing clients. So how can we arrest this concern? Let's discover how to ensure that we get all these clients back to the salon to get their hair color done. And we know in color services, root touch-up is one of the most important services which generates higher revenue. The number of services that we do more is root touch-up. So let's see how can we make more out of root touch-up. So I'm happy to introduce to all of you French glossing, a color service introduced by L'Oréal, which ensures a perfect radiant color and an exclusive glossing treatment at the length. French glossing is a two-step professional technique where number one is coloring the roots, which helps in giving you a perfect root coverage, and a perfect glossy, second step is the perfect glossy length. So how do I get this perfect glossy length in French glossing? So let me introduce to you all our Dia Light family, which is coming in a very new packaging, a new avatar. So Dia Light is already one of the most sorted color by all balayage masters across the globe. And now this is one of the perfect family for color and also to ensure for a root touch-up or a regrowth service. Okay, so what is new other than this packaging in Dia Light? So first of all, Dia Light is coming in a 50 ml packaging, and the cost of this one tube is going to be 330 rupees. So what are the benefits that Dia Light is going to offer you? It is now going to offer you plus 30% more nourishment with a balanced hair pH. Thanks for its acidic technology present in Dia Light. And it also helps in reviving the color at your length. So what are the other benefits? In Dia Light, we are happy to introduce Clear in a new packaging in its new benefit. So Clear will basically help to fluidify the overall Dia Light mixture. So it makes the application much more easier. Number two, very soon we are going to get a applicator, color mixer, which is going to make our life easier in terms of applying Dia Light on the hair. Not only this, in this Dia Light, we are going to have 13 shades, out of which we have 3 new shades introduced, and that is nothing but 6.28, 6.35, and 8.28. Last but not the least, talking about the packaging. So, as I already introduced to you all, Dia Light is coming in its new packaging, which is much more similar to the Majorel packaging. Okay, so as I told you before, Dia Light is giving you something more, something special. What is that? Dia Light Clear is coming in a 250 ml packaging, and the cost of one Dia Light Clear tube is going to be 1,500 rupees. What is the benefit of this new Clear? First of all, its improved formula gives us the benefit of applying the product much more easier. It gives me more visibility over the color, and at the same time, it gives a perfect dilution for the intensity of the color. How does it happen? I will take you through very soon. And not the least, it gives you a perfect shine on the hair. Number two, easier application. As I told you, it helps in fluidifying the whole mixture, so it makes the application much more easier. So that's the benefit of Clear. There is more for Clear. I will take you through about Clear very soon. Now, when I was introducing Dia Light, I told you that Dia Light comes with its acidic technology. It is a non-ammonia based acidic tone-on-tone color. So the moment you hear acidic, okay, every hairdresser has a concern saying that it's an acid color. Is that safe to the hair? Well, not all acids are harmful to the hair. So to know more about it, let's quickly revisit on the pH scale. So what is pH scale? pH scale basically helps in measuring the pH level of a particular product which contains water in it. So pH value varies between 0 to 14. 0 talks about the acidic level, 14 talks about the alkaline level, and 7 is the neutral level. Okay, so now to understand more better, let's have some examples of what are acidic products and what are alkaline products and what are their pH value. And let's understand how is dialite safe to our hair. Okay, so we have, to make it much more easier, we have basically divided the scale into 3 different levels. So we have very acidic, we have acidic, and we have slightly acidic. Very acidic is from 0 to 1. 2 to 4 is talking about acidic, and 4 to 7 is talking about slightly acidic. Similarly, on the other side of the ladder talks about the alkaline level. Somewhere above 7 till 9 talks about the slightly alkaline level. 10 to 12 talks about the alkaline level. 12 and above talks about the very alkalinity of the product. So first, let's take an example of an acidic level product. So the first product I'm talking about is the fluid present in the batteries. Okay, so this acid fluid is basically having a pH value of 0.5, which is very, very acidic. Number 2 is the stomach acid, which basically helps in digesting the food what we intake. And this acid has a pH value of around 2. Then third one is the aerated drinks and lemon juice, which has an acidic level of 2.5, which is acidic. Okay, so the battery acid is very, very acidic. Stomach acid is very, very acidic. And the aerated drinks, which has a level of 2.5, is at the acidic level. So now let's look at on the other side of the ladder, which is talking about the alkalinity. Okay, so the drainers that we use to clear the cloggings in our drains basically contains a pH value of 13, which has the highest alkalinity in it. Okay, talking about the straightening cream, the relaxers that we use on hair has an alkalinity level of around 10.5. Okay, and that's the reason these products have been modified with certain conditioning formulations, which will be making this product much more safe and helpful for the hair, protective for the hair. Okay, so now let's understand how dialite is safe for our hair and how acidic is dialite. So for that, let's quickly understand what is the acidic level of our hair. So the acidic level of our hair is 5, somewhere between 4.5 to 5.5, considering as an average of 5. So talking about dialite, dialite has an acidic level of 6.5, which is slightly acidic. And that's the reason dialite is considered to be a safest color for hair when it is sensitized. All right. And the other benefit of dialite is it does not give you any lightening. It has 0 level of lightening. So there is no much oxidation happening. We are just depositing color inside the hair. Okay. So the acidic level or pH level of dialite is much, much, much closer to our hair alkaline acidic level. So that makes dialite much more safer to the hair and helps in taking care of the cosmeticity of the hair. Whereas when we talk about other products, like for example Diarishes, which gives you around 1 level of lightening, has an alkaline level of around 9.5. Talking about Margirel Innova, it has an alkaline level around 9.8 to 10. Talking about Margirel High Lift, which has an alkaline level of between 9 to 10. Okay, so here what are we doing? Once the hair coloration is done through these permanent oxidation color, to balance we are taking the help of care products like Vitamino color, which basically helps in giving back the cosmeticity to the hair. Why? Because it also contains acidic agents into it. The conditioning agents are acidic, so it helps in taking care of the hair. All right. So when we talk about acidic products, if any product is extremely acidic or extremely alkaline, that is what is not safe to our hair. But when we talk about dialite, the pH level is very closer to our hair level, so it's much, much more helpful in retaining the cosmeticity of the hair. Okay, so now it's time for us to know what are the different techniques that we can offer in French glossing. Okay, so talking about what is the service that I offer or what is the technique that I can offer in French glossing. So I'm going to use the two family of colors on the overall hair. For the roots, I'm going to take the help of our permanent oxidation color. That is Majirel or Innova. This oxidation color is going to help in giving a perfect root coloration or root coverage. Then for the length, where the hair is already colored and faded, the hair is now sensitized. To make sure that we take care of the hair and also refresh the color, bring back the radiance in color, I'm going to take the help of Dialight. Okay, so I'm going to apply the color on the roots with Majirel or Innova, set my development time of 35 minutes. Then I'm going to quickly refresh the length, TTI, with Dialight. And Dialight needs a minimum development time of 20 minutes. That means after root application, I have to ensure that I finish the length application within 15 minutes. So once my root development time of 35 minutes is completed, I'm going to wash the hair. Okay, so talking about the specific advantage of Dialight, why is that I'm using an oxidative color on the roots and why am I using Dialight on the length? Why can't I use Dialight all over the hair? When I talk about the root, it's a fresh grown hair, so I have my natural color over it. So I want the color, I want my cuticles to open, the color to penetrate inside the hair, and at the same time, I need oxidation to lighten my natural pigments and deposit color. So all these things can be achievable with my permanent oxidation color, that is Majirel and Innova. When I talk about the length, since it's already colored or lightened, the hair is already in a lighter state. So I just have to deposit color. I don't want further lightening. So here I take the help of Dialight, which does not give me further lightening, but only helps in depositing the hair color. Along with that, it also helps in controlling the sensitization of hair. It reduces the sensitization in the hair and gives you better color results with a beautiful shine on length. So now, talking about this two-step process, I am reiterating the two-step process of French glossing. Step 1 is going to be root coverage with our permanent oxidation color, that is Majirel or Innova. Then the length is refreshed with our very own Dialight color, which is going to gently revive our color on the length, help in adding more shine to the length, glossiness to the length, and retain the cosmeticity of the hair. Okay, so let's know what is the overall benefit of this Dialight over a colored and pre-lightened hair. Since it is an acidic level, it helps in balancing the pH of my hair, yet give me color. This color works with the mildest developer, which we call it as a Dia activator, where we have 9 volume and 20 volumes. I work with any of these two developers based on the result I wanted to achieve. Then finally, the development time. The development time of Dialight is fixed at 20 minutes, so it takes the shortest development time. Overall, it is quick. At the same time, it helps in refreshing the hair color. Next, the next benefit is it is a cream gel formulation. So it is a perfect fusion of cream and gel together. So cream helps in retaining the cosmeticity of the hair, while as gel helps in maintaining the lightweight in the hair and add more glossiness to the hair. Last but not the least, the Dialight will not lighten, but help in depositing color inside the hair. So it gives you zero lightening onto the hair length. So what is the other thing that I can do in Dialight? If I wanted to liquidify the product, if I wanted to fluidify the product, what will I do? To ensure that my application is much more easier or quicker. Then on those cases, I am going to take the help of Dialight Clear. Okay, this is a perfect business tool which comes in a 250 ml packaging. And what is its benefit? If you remember, I was talking about controlling the intensity of the color at the length. How can we do it in Dialight is what is in right front of you. If you wanted a perfect intensive color on your hair length, okay, then on those cases, you can just pick your desired shade, mix it with the dia activator with a mixing ratio of 1:1.5 and then apply it on the length. When I say 1:1.5, 50 ml cream and 75 ml developer. Okay, so what does this do? This will give you a perfect intensive color on the length. Now, we all know that the hair which is already colored, faded or pre-lightened, it is sensitized, and the sensitized hair usually has a tendency to absorb color faster and leave out color faster. So at this stage, I also sometimes need to control the intensity of the color so that it looks softer. So right now, if I wanted to have a moderate intensity or a very translucent effect on the hair, then what do I do? If I wanted a moderate intensity of my desired shade on my length, then on those cases, I am going to mix 3/4 tube of my desired Dialite shade with 1/4 tube of clear with 75 ml of developer, apply it on the length. So this clear is going to control the intensity and give me a very moderate depth inside the hair. Along with that, it also helps in saving 5% of my total product cost. Now talking about the third technique, if I wanted a very translucent effect, for example, client has done some balayage or some highlights, I just wanted to neutralize and just keep that lightness in hair, I don't want the color to go very intense inside the lighter pieces, then on those cases what should I do? I will take half a tube of my desired shade from Dialite and then mix half a tube of clear with 75 ml of developer, apply it on length. This will basically make the color look completely translucent. It will not go deeper. Okay. Plus, along with that, it will also help me save almost around 9% of my product cost. And that's the benefit of Dialite Clear. So Dialite Clear can be used in every services that we are offering. We can also take the help of Dialite to give a beautiful shine treatment to the client. For example, if you have any client who does not want to color her hair, but her hair looks completely dull, she wanted to add shine, then also you can take the help of only Dialite Clear, which will just add shine into the hair, but not add any color. All right? Moving further, talking about the development time. I said that we need to leave the color on the length for 20 minutes. But sometimes we also tend to leave the color for 10 minutes. What happens if I reduce the development time to 10 minutes? The color which is getting penetrated, it is going to majorly stay at the periphery of the cortex, as you see in the image in front of you, left hand side. So that will basically not deeper, you will not have a deeper penetration of pigments right inside the cortex layer. So since the hair is already sensitized, the color is going to fade out faster. So if I wanted to have a long lasting color result, what do? I will take the help of increasing the development time. So what am I going to do? I'm going to mix the color and apply it on the hair, leave it for 20 minutes, so I have a better penetration of color and I have a long lasting result. Now, since the hair is already sensitized, we know we may have a concern that if I'm going to leave the color for longer time, then there is a chances of color going deeper, darker. What do? Then I take the help of clear, where I am going to control the intensity of my Dialite shade when I'm leaving the color for a longer time, and that is 20 minutes. All right. Now, here, what other things I can do with Dialite? If I wanted to just deposit the shade, which is the classic method, I pick my shade and apply it on the hair. I have taken the example here as 6.28. If I wanted to just apply a 6.828 on a base 3, I just pick the color and apply it on the hair, and that's the result that you're going to see. But if I'm going to talk about a client who is having a base 3 and lightened, and I wanted to neutralize, I wanted to create some personalization in the color, I wanted to make the color look more cooler, then what do? On those cases, I'm going to mix half a tube of 6.28 with half a tube of 6.1, where 6.1 is taking care of neutralization, 6.28 helps in giving that perfect cooler shade on the hair. So I can even do these sort of personalizations for my client based on the final result or final output I wanted to achieve. What is the benefit of French glossing? Then also have a quick refresh on what is the benefit of Dialite as well. talking about French glossing, these are the top 4 benefits of French glossing. Number 1, exclusively professional. So this service that we are offering cannot be achieved at home by the client, so they will definitely have to walk into your salon. Number 2, it is basically a unique service which will basically does not take additional time but help in adding more revenue to our business. Number 3, increased frequency. So when we talk about refresh, right now what is happening, once after global coloration, the client is coming for a global refresh minimum after a month. But right now, every alternate root touch-up, I will be able to offer my client French glossing. Last but not the least, it is much more better for the planet. How is it? This product mixture is much lighter compared to Margirel or Innova. So the washing of this particular product is much more quicker. Not only that, the tube aluminium is a recycled in aluminium, which is much more safer for the environment. So these are the benefit of having French glossing inside your salon. I hope you all will introduce this particular salon in particular service in your salon. Now final, let's refresh on the unique benefits of Dialite. 5 major benefits. First, it's an acidic color, so it helps in rebalancing the pH level of my hair. So it maintains the cosmeticity of the hair, and it is lighter to the hair. It does not weigh the hair down. Number 2, low developer, milder developer, so it's not going to give me any lightening or no oxidation in the hair. Shorter development time, which is maximum 20 minutes, so it's quick and easy. Fourth, it's a gel cream formulation. Cream maintains the cosmeticity. Gel gives the glossiness to the hair, being lighter to the hair. Last but not the least, zero lift. It does not give you lightening at all. It just helps in depositing the color inside the hair. So this is the benefit of Dialite. And I'm sure right now you would want to see how does this color work on the hair. What is the final output of this French glossing technique or color service on the person. So for that, let me call upon stage Naresh to demonstrate the first technique of French glossing. Naresh?
So thank you, sir. So good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Naresh. I am a technical educator for L'Oréal Professionnel. So already the Santhosh sir already take you through what is French glossing and नया dialite के बारे में. Now I am going to demonstrate how to do a two-step service or color service, the French glossing in our salon. So if you see here, I am going to demonstrate on my dummy model. So यहाँ पर आपका client का hair देख क्या हो. So if you see the roots, it's a darker on the roots and lens already color किया है. But यहाँ पर जो global किया है, color किया है, वो fadage हो गया. So we want to refresh the color at the same time हम लोग gloss add करना है. So for this first step जो मैं करने वाला हूँ जो French glossing में first step is the roots. So roots coverage करना है with oxidative color जो हमारा Margirel और Innova के साथ, okay. And next is I am going to refresh the lens with the Dialite color, okay. So before starting the demonstration, I like to use the metal DX on the hair. So metal DX ये हमारा जो हेयर के अंदर मेटल्स प्रेजेंट होता है उनको न्यूट्रलाइज करने के लिए हेल्प करता है. सो इफ़ यू सी द प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन जो एक्सटर्नल अग्रेशंस लाइक जो हम लोग रेगुलरली हेयर पे यूज़ करता है वाटर. सो वाटर में जो स्मॉल पार्टिकल्स होता है, मेटल्स होता है एंड कॉपर्स होता है, वो हेयर के ऊपर डिपॉजिट होता है. सो डिपॉजिट होने के वजह से व्हेन वी आर डूइंग अ कलर, जब हम लोग कलर करेंगे उस टाइम में मेटल्स रिएक्ट करके द कलर रिजल्ट विल बी मोर वार्मर or sometimes you see a dryness on the hair, okay. So to get neutralize that metals on the hair, so we are using our metal DX. In the metal DX, it's a very unique technology and it's a patented by L'Oréal Professionnel, that is glycoamine. At the same time, we have a 9 different patented technologies in this metal DX, okay. So now I'm going to spray on middle to ends. Okay. So these metal DX pre-treatment help me to achieve 100% reliable color on the hair. Okay. At the same time, 87% less breakage and healthy hair after the coloration. So in every color, even the global, if you are doing a coloration, if you are doing a pre-lightening, so compulsory आपको ये metal DX का pre-treatment use करना पड़ेगा. Okay. So now I'm starting with my metal DX pre-treatment. Okay. So I'll take a section. Okay. I'll gently spray on middle to ends. Okay. So ज़्यादा close से spray नहीं करना है और ज़्यादा quantity overload भी नहीं करना चाहिए product को. So you can see here I'm spraying the product and also lift the section and spray downwards. So as I said, after this pre-treatment, I am going to apply the first step जो मेरा root touch-up है. Okay. So root touch-up के लिए मैंने यहाँ पर use करने वाला हूँ Majorel 5.15 color. Okay. So Majorel 5.15 color with a 20 volume. Okay. So let me mix the products. So जब हमारा सैलून में क्लाइंट्स आता है रूट टचअप के लिए उनके पास बहुत कम टाइम होता है व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट refreshing the color. Client will say we don't have extra time for that. So in the French glossing, so we need no need to take extra time for that. So in that root touch-up only we can do we can add this glossy service on the hair. Okay. So आपको हर एक क्लाइंट को जो भी क्लाइंट रूट टचअप के लिए आ रहा है so आपको ये ग्लॉस फ्रेंच ग्लॉस का सर्विस रिकमेंड कर सकते हो कन्वर्ट कर सकते हो. ओके. सो ऑलरेडी आई मिक्स्ड Majorel 5.15 with a 20 volume on my bowl. Okay. So yeah. So product को mix करना developer and the cream should be mixed very well. So I'm starting from our 4 lines जो classic मैंने already sections divide करके रखा है. Okay. So my first hairline and radial section में एक line create करूँगा. Then I'll start from this way. So जब आप root touch-up कर रहे हो, so आपका जो dark shade जो है, already length में color किया है, so you can see something 7 level of the color, 6 or 7 level of the color. So when we are applying the darker shade, you should not reach to your lighter pieces. Okay. तो थोड़ा सा gap रखना पड़ेगा, तो ताकि जो previous color जो है dark नहीं होगा. Okay. So when you are covering on the roots, it's a very importantly apply the more product to give a perfect coverage on the roots. Okay. So I'm starting from the down section. Okay. So when you are applying on the roots, the make sure dark जो हमारा यहाँ पर लाइटर पीसेस है एंड डार्क कलर शेड जो है उन दोनों को एक लाइन नहीं आना चाहिए. उसके लिए हम लोग क्या कर सकता है वेरी सिंपल. जो आपका ब्रश होल्ड कर रहे हो उसके लिए उस टाइम में आपको इंस्टेड ऑफ डूइंग हॉरिजॉन्टली यू कैन जस्ट स्लाइटली डू अ वर्टिकल ब्रशिंग. सो जो आपका डिमार्किंग जो होगा यहाँ पर लाइट एंड डार्क के पास सो वो कंप्लीटली सीमलेस ब्लेंड हो जाएगा. ओके. सो मेक श्योर व्हेन यू आर doing a root touch-up, so vertical brushing movement करना ज़रूरी है. So like this. So I'm not going to down, which is where is the lighter pieces. So हल्का सा मैं blend करूँगा. Okay. So we all know that when the client having the gray hair, okay. So in our fashion shade, in our Madular Innova, so to cover 100% white hair, so we will mix the base in it. Okay. So example, here I'm using a 5.15. So if the client having the gray hair, so मैं इसमें अंदर मैं यूज करने वाला हूँ नंबर 5 का शेड, मैजिरल का नंबर 5 का शेड. सो डेवलपर ऑलवेज द रूट्स के लिए 20 वॉल्यूम यूज करना है. ओके. So to give 100% white hair coverage. So, see here I'm using the marginal. Okay, here I would like to ask you one question. So if whoever knows, please comment on the comment sections. So what is the unique technology of our marginal? Okay, so please type in the chat box. So whoever answers, it's going to be a surprise gift for them. Okay. So now I completed one side of my root touch-up. Now I'm going to gloss the rest of the lens. Okay. So for this, I'm going to use the Dialight 7.8 shade. Okay. So with the 9 volume developer, क्योंकि यहाँ पर मुझे ज़्यादा सा डार्क नहीं करना है, कि डेप्थ ऐड नहीं करना है, जो लाइटर पीसेस है उसके लिए मैं इनको ग्लॉसी शाइन देना चाहिए एट द सेम टाइम. So if you see the color, previously color kiya hai. So if you see some of the portions are like porous and it's highly alkaline side. Now the dialite helps to maintain the hair quality and adds lot of shine in it and so bring back to acidic side. Okay, in the PS scale. So now for that I'm using dialite 7.8 with a 9 volume developer. Okay. सो जब हम लोग डियालाइट का शेड्स मिक्स कर देंगे, सो डेवलपर एंड द कलर ट्यूब सो इजीली मिक्स हो जाता है. सो बिकॉज ऑलरेडी संतोष सर मेंशन दैट इट्स लिक्विडिफाई होता है. ओके. सो आपका मिक्स करने में और कलर एप्लीकेशन करने में बहुत ही आसान हो जाता है. ओके. सो व्हेन यू आर मिक्सिंग द कलर एंड यू सी द ग्लॉसी शाइन यहाँ पर दिखने के लिए मिलता है आपको. ओके. सो glossy and also it's easy to mix. Now I'm going to start from the down. Okay. Don't take a thick sections. Take a medium fine. Okay. So now I'm refreshing the lens. Yeah. So emulsify and leave it. That's it. Okay. So now when you are blending with a dark hair color on the roots, so uske liye what I do, I'll comb the rest of the length hair properly and I'll start applying the product from downwards. Okay. So you can see here. So apply here, then I'm slightly moving upwards towards the darker part. Okay. So यहाँ पर सीमलेस ब्लेंडिंग करने के लिए ऑलरेडी हम लोग रूट्स में वर्टिकल ब्रश मूवमेंट्स किया है, उसको और अच्छे से ब्लेंड करने के लिए आई यूज माई लिटिल फिंगर टू सो ब्लेंड इट वेरी नाइसली. ओके. सो ये जो डार्कर हेयर कलर है जो रूट्स में अप्लाई किया, इट शुड नॉट बी कम सो डाउनवर्ड. सो जो लाइटर पीसेस है वो डार्क हो सकता है. क्लियर. So nicely comb. If you see the consistency of the product, it's a liquidy kind of, then the product is easily spreading toward the sections. So easily application हो जाएगा पर आपका section में. Yeah. So my final section. So आपको 35 minutes के अंदर, so it will get finished. Okay. आपको ज़्यादा टाइम रुकने के लिए ज़रूरत नहीं है. जो आपका रूट टचअप का टाइम है 35 मिनट्स, सो यू कैन फिनिश इन दैट. So I'm applying and going towards the roots and blending it. So today we know that our new clear tube in the dialite. Suppose your client asking for the color root touch-up करने के बाद जो लेंथ हेयर है उनको डार्क करना है, डेप्थ ऐड करना है. जो प्रीवियसली जो कलर किया फेड हो गया, अभी उनको डेप्थ ऐड करने के लिए व्हाट आई डू इन दिस डियालाइट 7.8 में, सो डायरेक्टली आई विल मिक्स विद 9 वॉल्यूम डेवलपर and I'll apply on this to add depth and shine and glossy on the hair. So sometimes the clients will ask, I want to keep that length in the lighter only, so I want to maintain it. So for that I will mix Dialight clear tube on my desired shade, whatever it is. Okay, so in Dialight, so if suppose example I'm using a 7.8 here, so 3/4 of Dialight 7.8 and 1/4 tube of Dialight clear and 75 ml of our 9 volume developer के साथ. Okay, and sometimes clients will ask, no, I just want to keep the same level of the color, the length, so just want to add shine on it. So उसके लिए मैं half a tube of Dialight 7.8 and at the same time half a tube of Dialight clear tube. Okay, so we are finished our 2 steps French glossing global refreshing color here. The same way we'll complete all over the sections. Okay, so here the same technique we are done with our Mamata. So I'm going to present you on Mamata model, so what we have done on the hair. Okay, so for that Mamata, please come on the stage. Please come. Yeah, so she's Mamata, and when she came to me, and she having an uneven hair color, patchy hair color. So now what we are done on the Mamata here, so we are done a global refreshing color. So roots having some like 3 to 4 of natural base, and we are use a marginal 5.15 on the roots. Okay, so we kept it for 35 minutes with the 20 volume, and the length and ends is a completely frizzy, and there is no shine on the hair. So for that, so we added Dialight 7.8 with a 9 volume of developer. Also we added clear on it to get more of this glossy finish. Okay, so please have a look. So you can see here, Mamta, can you keep your head straight? So the demarcation jo hai, roots and the lens, you're not finding exactly where is color starting. Okay, it's a completely mixed with your roots. Okay, so this is how the clients are looking for the natural looking color. Okay, so you can see, yeah. I hope you understand the global refreshing color, and hope also you like the look what we have done on Mamta. Yeah. So further going further technique, Nimisha, so going to present you. So please let me call upon Nimisha on it. Yeah. Thank you, Mamata.
A very good afternoon and a very warm welcome, everybody. My name is Nimisha Singh, and I'm working with L'Oréal as a technical educator. So today, as you have seen, Naresh has presented the global refresher, the French gloss first look, which was excellent. Okay. Now I'm going to demonstrate you the second variation of French glossing, which is the global, but we are going to add some variation in it. So let's see how it is. Okay. So as you all can see that this is my dolly head, and you all can clearly see the regrowth. So my dolly head has regrowth, a strong regrowth, and then she is having the fadage also. So the midst to end is having the strong fadage. Okay. So now let's see what we can do for this kind of hair in the salon when it is a salon situation. So for the roots, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the permanent oxidation color, which is our Magiral or Innova. So for my dolly head, I have mixed Innova 5.18 and of course with 20 volume, and midst to ends I'm going to apply two color, which is Dialite family, of course from Dialite family, to add lot of gloss in the hair. Okay, and I'm going to add two color, which is 6.28 and also 8.1 alternate slices. I will explain you why here I'm using two shades. So let's begin with the application. So my global color, the root touch-up color is already been prepared. I'm going to quickly mix it. So again, I would like to repeat. For the root touch-up, I'm using Innova 5.18 and I have mixed with 20 volume. So this is Innova 20 volume. I start with the first section. I make sure whenever I'm doing any color, either it is highlights or global or pre-lightening, I never forget to use my Metal DX, which is one of the star product when it comes to the color. So I will quickly spray on the hair, and I always start from the ends. Quickly emulsify. Make sure you are not applying lot of products. What Metal DX does, I'm sure everybody knows. It gives us the most even looking color because it neutralizes the metal which is there in the hair, which creates the barrier when it comes to the color result. So my Metal DX application is done. Quickly I will start with my root touch up. I will begin with the sides first. I will cover my all the sides. As you all can see, I am blending the roots so that I can avoid the demarcation. I start with the application section wise. So when I'm starting section wise application, what I'm doing here is I'm stretching the brush to avoid the demarcation. so that we have the most natural looking global hair color when it comes to the result. Blending is the key here, because if you don't, when you are using two different categories of color or two different tones, if you don't blend the, the roots and the mids to ends properly, then what happens? You clearly see two different tones, and it creates a barrier when it comes to the seamless and the most natural looking color result, which we don't want at all, of course, because nowadays every client, they desire to have the blended color, seamless color. That is what is the trend which we have been talking about from last year. In the meantime, if you guys have any question, please do not forget to put in the chat box. We would be more than happy to reply your queries. In the roots, it is very important to use the permanent oxidation color, because in case if your client has gray hair, so it is going to cover the gray 100%, and also it will give us a nice lifting, because as you can see, the mids color is quite lighter, but the root is dark, so it will give a nice blending, and it will blend with the color which we have in mids to ends. So my root touch up is done. Whenever I see the darker pieces, I will try to blend the color. And I will quickly start with the color for my lens. So for lens, I have two color which I have already prepared. So my first bowl is ready with our DR lights 6.28, and in my next bowl I have pre-mixed our 8.1. Now let me talk about why am I using two different shades. So here definitely I'm going to do the global, but here quickly I'm going to add some dimension and the most natural looking two shades, which is going to give the most blended effect for my client. So, and also I will be getting the blend of the lighter and the darker pieces. So my color is ready. So let's begin with the application now. So in my first section, I am going to take the deeper color. So I'm sure you all remember which deeper color I have taken. I would like to repeat it again. I have taken 6.28 from our Dialite family mixed with 9 volume, because I just want to refresh the previous color. Here you can quickly see I am blending the color and my application is happening from mids, because I don't want to, take my darker color which is there on the roots to the bottom area. I want to take my lighter color which goes little bit towards the roots to create the most natural looking color. As you can see, you have to work on the blending. Emulsification is also important. Here I am going to use the foils because I am using two different colors. So for the separation, I am going to separate my sections with the help of the foils. Now guys, in the second section, I am going to apply 8.1. Why? Because I want to neutralize the warm undercoat, which will be taken care with my 8.1 very, very well. And also, I want to add some lighter pieces to my global color so that my client looks more trendy, more fashionable, and more youthful, of course, which every woman desires to look. So my next section will be again the darker area, darker pieces, which will be my 6.28. You will apply a good quantity of product and you will blend the color well using your finger and brush, definitely. I will keep another foil as I said, as I mentioned before, that I want to separate the darker and the lighter pieces so that the color doesn't overlap on each other. So for you all, I'm doing just one section today. Of course, for the clients, we have to complete the entire head in the salon. And so this is how you will do the global color when it comes to two color. And what is the benefit of doing this kind of, choosing two shades? You will get the multi-dimensional, the most natural looking hair. So you will see two shades. It will add some fashion to the, it is going to add some fashion to the hair. It is going to use lot of, it is going to look very, very trendy. So now I'm sure, I'm very, very sure that, you all are very excited to see that how this is going to look when we are doing it on our client. So don't worry guys, I have already prepared my model to show you the final result, okay? So, Karishma, Miss Karishma, can I have you on the stage, please? So, I would like to invite my model, Karishma, on the stage. Karishma, please come. Hi, Karishma. Please have a seat. So she is my model, Karishma, and when I met her for the color, she was having a strong regrowth, a very, very, like around 1.5 inches of regrowth. So, and midst to ends was again, it was having a very strong fadage. The fadage was very, very strong. So, what she told me that she wanted to go for the global color, and so I have so looking at her age and profession, I have suggested that definitely Karishma, I'm going to do the global color for you, but I'm going to add some spice in your color by adding two color, which is lighter and darker color. So she agreed, and this is what I have given her. So for roots, I have deposited 5.18 Innova, as you can see here, with 20 volume, and mids to ends I have again alternate as I have done on my dummy head. I have alternated 6 to 8 and 8.1 to add the dimension and the variation in the hair. So this is the hair. As you all can see, this is the final result. So Karishma, would you like to show your hair? Thank you. Thank you. Okay guys, so the learning is not over yet. We have some more excitement for you, some more learning for you, some more demonstration for you. So for the next demonstration, I would like to call upon the stage Rajkumar. So Rajkumar, can I have you on the stage?
గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ ఎవ్రీవన్. సో అందరూ ఇప్పటిదాకా హిందీ ఇంగ్లీష్లో విన్నారు. సో లెట్స్ టాక్ ఇన్ తెలుగు. సో తెలుగులో మాట్లాడుకుందాం ఇప్పుడు. సో మనం ఇప్పటిదాకా రెండు టెక్నిక్స్ చూసినాము. ఇప్పుడు మనం యూస్ చేసే టెక్నిక్ వచ్చేసి ప్రీవియస్గా బాల్య చేసిన హెయిర్కి మనం రూట్ టచ్అప్ చేసి దాన్ని ఎలా రిఫ్రెష్ చేయాలి అనే దానిపైన మనం ఫోకస్ చేస్తున్నాం అన్నమాట. సో ఫస్ట్ దీనికోసం మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నామంటే, సో యూజువల్గా మనం చాలా రోజుల నుంచి బాల్యాజ్ గురించి డిస్కస్ చేసాం. సో ఇప్పుడు నా దగ్గర ఉన్న మోడల్ లాస్ట్ ఫ్యూ మంత్స్ బ్యాక్ బాల్యాజ్ చేయించుకుంది. బాల్యాజ్ చేయించుకున్న తర్వాత ఇప్పుడు ఫ్రెష్ గ్రోన్ హెయిర్తో వచ్చింది. సో ఈ క్లయింట్కి నేను రూట్ టచ్అప్ చేయాలి అండ్ ఎట్ ది సేమ్ టైం ఈ హెయిర్ ఏదైతే ఉందో లెన్స్లో దీన్ని రిఫ్రెష్ చేయాలి. సో దీనికోసం నేను ఏం యూజ్ చేస్తున్నానంటే, ఫస్ట్ వచ్చేసి ఇన్నోవా యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం మనం తినకి రూట్స్లో. సో టచ్అప్ చేయడానికి నేను ఫస్ట్ ఇన్నోవా 4.15, నా మోడల్ వచ్చేసి బేసికల్గా ఏంటి అంటే తినకి డీపర్గా కావాలి. సో ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం, సో నార్మల్గా మనకు ఒక అలవాటు ఉంటుంది. సో ఎప్పుడైనా మనం రూట్ టచ్అప్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాం, మనం హారిజాంటల్ సెక్షన్ తీసుకొని టచ్అప్ చేస్తాం. సో దీనివల్ల మనకి ఏమవుతుందంటే మనకి హార్డ్ లైన్స్ అనేటివి కనిపిస్తాయి. సో అందుకోసమని మనం ఇది ఫాలో చేయం. సో యూజువల్గా బాల్యాస్ చేసిన హెయిర్కి టచ్అప్ చేయాలి అనుకున్నప్పుడు మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే డయాగ్నల్గా తీసుకుంటాం. సో ఏదైతే సెక్షనింగ్ ప్యాటర్న్ బాల్యాస్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఏదైతే సెక్షనింగ్ ప్యాటర్న్ని ఫాలో మనం చేసినామో అదే సెక్షనింగ్ ప్యాటర్న్తో మనం రూట్ టచ్అప్ కూడా చేస్తామన్నమాట. సో రూట్ టచ్అప్ ఎందుకు డయాగ్నల్గా చేస్తున్నాం, హారిజాంటల్గా ఎందుకు చేయట్లేదు అంటే, మనం ఆల్రెడీ ఎప్పుడైతే ప్రీవియస్గా బాల్యాజ్ చేసినామో బాల్యాజ్లో మనకి ఆ సాఫ్ట్ లైన్స్ మెయింటైన్ అవ్వాలి. సో ఇప్పుడు నేను రూట్స్ అప్లై చేసిన, సో బాల్యాజ్లో మనకి డార్కర్ పీసెస్ ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి దీన్ని కోమ్ యూస్ చేసి స్లైట్గా కిందికి స్ట్రెచ్ చేసిన. సో దట్ ఏమవుతుంది, నా బాల్యాజ్ లైన్స్ ఏవైతే ఉంటాయో అవి స్ట్రాంగ్గా కనిపించకుండా చాలా సాఫ్ట్గా కనిపిస్తాయి అన్నమాట. సేమ్ వే నేను మొత్తం హెయిర్ కూడా సేమ్ టెక్నిక్ ఫాలో చేస్తున్నాను అనమాట. సో డయాగ్నల్గా తీసుకున్నాను, డయాగ్నల్గా తీసుకొని రూట్స్లో అప్లై చేసేసి జస్ట్ నేను బ్రష్ అలా చేసి వదిలేస్తే మీకు స్ట్రాంగ్ లైన్ కనిపిస్తుంది. సో ఈ లైన్ని మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నామంటే బ్రష్తో కాకుండా కోమ్ యూస్ చేసి దీన్ని సాఫ్ట్గా ఈ లెన్స్లోకి బ్లెండ్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో దానివల్ల ఏంటి, మనకి లైన్స్ అనేటివి కనిపించకుండా ఉంటుంది. సో అదే మనం నార్మల్గా హారిజంటల్గా తీసుకొని చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది అది కూడా చూద్దాం. సో ఈ ముందు అప్లై చేసిన 2 సెక్షన్స్ కూడా నేను డయాగ్నల్ తీసుకున్నా, కానీ ఇక్కడ హారిజంటల్ సెక్షన్ తీసుకోవడం వల్ల మీకు ఆ లైన్స్ అనేటివి స్ట్రాంగ్గా కనిపిస్తాయి. సో ఈ స్ట్రాంగ్ లైన్స్ కనిపించకుండా ఉండడానికి మనం దీన్ని డయాగ్నల్గా తీసుకుంటున్నాం. సో డయాగ్నల్లో మనకి ఆ ప్లేస్మెంట్ ఏదైతే ఉందో అది ప్రాపర్గా కనిపిస్తుంది. ఓకే, రూట్ స్కాల్ప్లో అప్లై చేసి జస్ట్ స్ట్రెచ్ ఇట్ డౌన్. ఓకే, సేమ్ వే మొత్తం మనం అన్ని సైడ్స్ కూడా ఆల్ ది 4 సైడ్స్ కూడా మనం ఇదే టెక్నిక్ యూస్ చేసి మనం చేస్తాం. సో దానివల్ల ఏంటంటే మనకి బాలియాజ్ రీగ్రోత్లో ఎక్కడా కూడా లైన్స్ లేకుండా సాఫ్ట్గా నీట్గా ఈజీగా ఆ బ్లెండింగ్ అనేది ఉంటుందన్నమాట. లేదు హారిజాంటల్ సెక్షన్స్ తీసుకొని చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది, ఆ లైన్స్ అనేటివి అలా ఉండిపోతాయి. అండ్ ఇంకొకటి, మనం ఎప్పుడైతే రూట్స్ చేసి ఇలా స్ట్రెచ్ చేస్తున్నామో మనం ఫింగర్స్తో ఎమల్సిఫై చేసి కిందికి లాగకూడదు ప్రోడక్ట్. ఎందుకంటే ఫింగర్స్తో మనం లాగినప్పుడు ఫింగర్స్ తీసుకొచ్చి ఇలా పెట్టేస్తాం. సో ఫింగర్స్ ఇలా పెట్టినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది అంటే ఇలా లైన్ ఉండిపోతుంది. సో మనకు ఆ లైన్ ఉండొద్దు కాబట్టి మనం కోమ్ యూజ్ చేసి మాత్రమే ప్రోడక్ట్ని కిందికి స్ప్రెడ్ చేస్తాం. ఓకే, సో ఈ టెక్నిక్, సో నార్మల్గా బాలియాజ్, స్పెషల్గా బాలియాజ్ చేయించుకున్న క్లయింట్కి మీరు ఎప్పుడైతే రీఫ్రెష్ చేస్తున్నారో, ఫ్రెంచ్ గ్లాస్ చేస్తున్నారో, ఈ టెక్నిక్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. మనం ఫింగర్స్తో ఎమల్సిఫై చేయం ప్రోడక్ట్ని, కోమ్ యూజ్ చేసి ప్రోడక్ట్ని కిందికి స్ట్రెచ్ చేస్తాం. ఓకే, సో దానివల్ల మనకి ఏంటి అంటే రూట్ ఏరియాస్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో అవి ప్రాపర్గా మనం కవర్ చేసినాం. అండ్ ఏదైతే ప్రీవియస్ బాలియాజ్ ఉందో అక్కడ మనకి ఎలాంటి లైన్స్ లేకుండా దాన్ని కోమ్తో స్ట్రెచ్ చేయడం వల్ల ఆ లైన్స్ని కూడా సాఫ్ట్ చేసినాం. సో అదే ఫింగర్స్తో చేస్తే ఏమవుతుందంటే ఆ లైన్ అనేది క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది. ఇప్పుడు మనం రెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది హెయిర్ ప్రాపర్గా టోన్ చేయడానికి, గ్లాస్ చేయడానికి, ఎందుకంటే క్లయింట్ 2-3 months బ్యాక్ కలర్ చేయించుకుంది, ఇది ఫేడ్ అయిపోయి ఉంటుంది. సో ఇప్పుడు నేను దీన్ని గ్లాస్ చేయడానికి, రిఫ్రెష్ చేయడానికి నేను మన డియాలైట్ కలర్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో డియాలైట్లో ఉన్న యునిక్ యాసిడిక్ టెక్నాలజీ ఏం చేస్తుంది మనకి ఇక్కడ, ఎలా హెల్ప్ అవుతుంది అంటే మన హెయిర్కి కావాల్సిన pH బ్యాలెన్స్ మెయింటైన్ అవ్వడానికి యూజ్ అవుతుంది అన్నమాట. సో నేను నా మోడల్ హెయిర్ని టోన్ చేయడానికి 7.12 డియాలైట్ 7.12 విత్ డియా యాక్టివేటర్ 9 వాల్యూమ్ యాక్టివేటర్తో మిక్స్ చేసినాను. సో ఇప్పుడు మిక్స్ చేసిన ప్రోడక్ట్ని ఫస్ట్ మిడ్స్లో అప్లై చేసి, ఎక్కడైతే స్ట్రెచ్ చేసినామో స్ట్రెచ్ చేసిన దగ్గర నుంచి ఒక 1/2 inch లైక్ వదిలేసి దీన్ని మనం ఎమల్సిఫై చేసినాం. ఎమల్సిఫై చేసిన తర్వాత ఇక్కడ మనకి ఏదైతే డార్కర్ రూట్స్లో మనం డార్క్ కలర్ అప్లై చేసినాం. సో రూట్స్లో మనం 4.15 అప్లై చేసినాం, లెన్స్లో మనం డియా లైట్ 7.12తో టోన్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో ఈ 2 కలర్స్ని బ్లెండ్ చేయడానికి నేను ఈ డార్క్ కలర్ని కిందికి తీసుకురావట్లేదు. ఇన్స్పైర్డ్ నేనేం చేస్తున్నాను, ఈ లైట్ కలర్ని డార్క్ కలర్ పైనకి తీసుకెళ్తున్నాను. సో నార్మల్గా ఏమవుతుందంటే మనం ఈ కలర్ ఏదైతే డార్క్ కలర్ ఉందో డార్క్ కలర్ని మనం కిందికి స్ప్రెడ్ చేస్తాం. సో దానివల్ల మనకి ఏమవుతుంది అంటే మనం ఈ డార్క్ కలర్ని కిందికి స్ప్రెడ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే ఈ డార్క్నెస్ అనేది కిందికి స్ప్రెడ్ అవుతుంది. కానీ మనం ఏదైతే బాలియాజ్ ఉందో ప్రీవియస్గా దాన్ని రిటైన్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాం, మనం దాన్ని మెయింటైన్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాం, కానీ దాన్ని జస్ట్ గ్లాస్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాం. సో అందుకోసమని నేను కలర్ని ఎమల్సిఫై చేసిన తర్వాత ఈ గ్యాప్ ఏదైతే ఉందో దీన్ని నేను రివర్స్లో లైట్ కలర్ని డార్క్ కలర్ పైనకి పుష్ చేస్తున్నా. నార్మల్గా మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే డార్క్ కలర్ని లైట్ కలర్ మీదకి పుష్ చేస్తాం. సో ఇలా కాకుండా మనం రివర్స్లో మనం చేస్తాం. సో ఇలా చేయడం వల్ల మనకి ఏంటి అంటే స్టిల్ మనం ప్రీవియస్గా చేసిన బాలియాజ్ ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో దాన్ని మనం రిటైన్ చేయగలుగుతాం, దాన్ని మనం డార్క్ చేయం. ఎందుకంటే మనం రూట్లో ఆల్రెడీ డార్క్ కలర్ పెట్టినాం కాబట్టి డార్క్ కలర్ని కిందికి స్ప్రెడ్ చేస్తే కింద మనం ఏదైతే బాలియాజ్ అనుకున్నామో అది డార్క్ అయిపోతుంది. సో మనం అలా డార్క్ చేయొద్దు కాబట్టి మనం లైట్ కలర్ తీసుకొని మనం రివర్స్ డార్క్ దానికి స్ప్రెడ్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో సేమ్ టెక్నిక్ మనం అన్ని సెక్షన్స్, సో అన్ని 4 సెక్షన్స్ పైన కూడా మనం సేమ్ టెక్నిక్ ఫాలో చేస్తాం. ఓకే, సో సేమ్ టెక్నిక్ యూజ్ చేసి మనం ఆల్రెడీ ఒక మోడల్ పైన చేసినాము. సో ఇప్పుడు ఆ మోడల్ని మీకు చూపిస్తాం అన్నమాట. ఓకే, సో నౌ I would like to call Shweta on stage. సో శ్వేత మన దగ్గరకు వచ్చినప్పుడు ప్రీవియస్గా బాలియాజ్ చేసుకొని వచ్చింది, తనకి ఫేడ్ అయి చాలా లైట్ అయిపోయింది. సో తనకి కొంచెం డీప్ చేయాలి అండ్ తన రూట్స్ కూడా కొంచెం లెంతీ గ్రో అయినాయి. సో అందుకోసమని మనం ఏం చేసాం, రూట్స్లో సేమ్ కలర్ యూజ్ చేసాం, 4.15 రూట్స్ అండ్ కోమ్తో స్ట్రెచ్ చేసి కింద లెన్స్కి వచ్చేటప్పటికి మనం 7.12 డిపాజిట్ చేసినాం డియాలైట్. సో డియాలైట్ డిపాజిట్ చేసిన తర్వాత తిన హెయిర్లో మనం టాంగ్స్ యూజ్ చేసి సాఫ్ట్ స్టైలింగ్ చేసినాం. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ హౌ ఇట్ లుక్స్. ఓకే, సో న్యాచురల్ బ్లెండింగ్. సో ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఇలా చూసినట్టయితే మనం ఏదైతే బాలియాజ్ ప్రీవియస్గా ఉందో ఆ బాలియాజ్ అలానే రిటైన్ చేసి ఉంచిందనమాట. సో అలా స్ట్రెచ్ చేయడం వల్ల. థ్యాంక్ యూ శ్వేత, యూ కెన్ షో యువర్ హెయిర్. Okay, so before we end this show, I would like to request you people hold back because we wanted to showcase all our models. 1 second.
I hope you all enjoyed this session all the while so far. And I hope you got a lot of information on how you can use Dialite in different ways and achieve result. I would request all of you to try Dialite in your salon, introduce this French glossing services to your client, and I'm sure your client is going to be happy about the service that you're offering. So till we meet again, thank you very much. See you soon.